And now I'm recording. Help! Everything's going up in flames. I even uploaded 2 of my VODs. Yippee! Be proud of me. I only have like a month of them to go. Should I just do 2 a day? Girl, I probably should. Especially when it's like days like these and I freaking forget. It's not that I forget. It's like, my stupid chungus hands. And like, I'm all right now, okay? If I was like really in pain, I wouldn't be doing this, okay? We're being reasonable, but yesterday, that's why I was doing yard work. I was doing regular yard work, plucking those fuck-ass weeds out of the ground, mowing the lawn. I repotted some plants that needed repotting, and as I was cleaning up, I'm like, now hang on a gosh darn second. Wait a gosh diddly darn second. Now, why in tarnation is my thumb and pointer finger like a little numb? Like a little tiny bit. Barely noticeable if I'm doing something. But I'm like, oh dear. I'm like, oh, holy carpal tunnel symptoms. Let's not do anything today. So I didn't do anything for the rest of the day, except it was like 4 p.m. when I finished. So I didn't have anything to do. Yay. There's so much more weeding that I have to do. I hate weeds. I need to get a ground cover that kills all the stupid weeds and the grass, and I hate the grass. The grass is terrible. If anyone mows grass, do you have any tips on not having a bunch of stupid clumped up shit just scattered around everywhere? Because I try to spread it out, but it just like does not work for me. So I had to rake all of it up. I had to get the stupid... No, what I did is I got the stupid Chungus leaf blower. And I was trying to spread it around evenly, and it was not working. So I just ended up raking it all up manually. I'm like, I'm so fucking tired, and I still gotta water all of our plants. And I put all the plants inside because for some gosh darn reason, also crazy satisfying number. And it's female. Go figure. What was I even saying? Oh yeah, because it's not gonna get super cold overnight theoretically, but we have so many plants that we're leaving sitting outside that haven't been planted yet. And if all of them died, I would be very, very upset. So I'm being perhaps a little too careful, but I figure better safe than have everything die. Like a bunch of the little sproutlings on my stupid grape plant. Because it got to be freezing and I thought it would be fine, but it wasn't. But now I know. My hands are going to be hurting for the next month because I'm stupid. I'm a silly goose and I decide to do things regardless. We are so close to being able to plant shit though. I'm excited. I could finally put this junk in the ground. I can put down all the bulbs. I can put down all the plants that I've been growing that are getting a little too tall to be where they are. And some of them are flopping over. Hello, playlist? Oh yeah, wait, right. The Gen 4 ones have... whatever. I need to get this eevee because I feel like my brain is stuck in this singular track. I need to get the eevee before I can do anything else. It's not even that... The number isn't even that high. The number can get so much higher. That's the ridiculous thing. It's just, I want to move on. Anyway, that was triggered by this song playing because I'm like, ugh. And this wouldn't even happen anytime soon. This is a far in the future thing. I want to get to the point in a Black 1 file where I can shiny hunt the story Reshiram, and you may say it's locked, and I'll say yes, it is. I would find a way to delock it. But I'm like, no, I need eevee. I need eevee. focus, lock in. Ugh. And I'm running out of space on my computer because I have like 20 billion fucking videos. And videos are huge. But the problem is I still don't know what to do with all this stupid Chungus footage. I just need to lock in. That's what I tell myself every day. I just need to lock in, and then I just don't because I have no idea how to force myself to lock in. I need to be struck by divine inspiration before I do something. That's the only accurate way to describe things. I swear to God. My divine inspiration is dead ass just been Tomodachi Life. S tier for getting my ass in gear and actually kind of designing my characters. / refining designs. Cause tell me why I have Blorbos stewing in my brain for like decades. And as soon as I have a medium where I can kind of render them into 3D without having to think of every single thing, without having to think of the outfits, I lock in. I lock in and I make, well, 4 of them already existed. I made 2. But that's because, you'll never guess it, drawing on the Switch is an enormous pain. It sucks. And I'm like, as much as I would absolutely love and adore to make these other 2 that I really want to make right now, I want to put love and care and attention into drawing them, but I can't do that if my hands fucking hurt. Oh, hi, Bianca. I'm bitching about drawing on the... Oh my god, help, help. I'm bitching about drawing on the Switch one, which you've already heard this. It sucks. It fucking sucks. You want to know how much when you have like a repetitive strain injury and you're trying to hold your Switch in your hand close to your face so you can draw. Who cooked? Is there a stylus that works on the Switch touchscreen? I would assume yes, but also why would there be? What games on Switch use the touchscreen? Not enough, that's what I'll say. I forget that it has a touchscreen most of the time. Yet another reason why the DS is the superior console. True. Nodding my head. It's the stupid smile owl. Yes, it is. Also, hi, Bug. Is Mario Paint still a thing? I mean, new? I don't know. Old? Yeah, sure. You can probably get that pretty easily. Anyway, annoying because I was making a character earlier and I'm like, drawing all of these specific shapes is not the easiest. On the Switch shot, maybe? Oh. I don't know. See, in my head that's old, so I don't know. No idea. Yeah, I was talking about it in a way in which you wouldn't have to spend money for it. Theoretically. Which I'm sure would be a trivial task. Trivial. But how the fuck else do they expect me to draw on the stupid dinky-ass Switch touchscreen? They expect me to make things that are scuffed. That's what they do, but they don't realize. I have to lock in. I have to make this dinky little bottle of testosterone look decent. And it did look decent. Mostly because I made it shit while it looked big and I made it really tiny so it looked okay. Nodding my head. Or you do things with simple shapes and you don't shade it because shading is for losers. And I hate it. I saw someone make a me in Tomodachi that looks like someone made a pencil drawing sketch of the default me and it looks so good. That sounds awesome. I want to see it. I've seen people do like super in-depth, realistic looking shit and I'm like, God bless you. That's so cool. I don't have the patience. Shading is for losers, parentheses, me, I'm losers. No, 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 shading is fine. I just find it really annoying. It's like, well, if I'm already spending like an hour trying to make a me, I don't want to spend 2 hours trying to shade them. Especially when I'm going to be picking the colors, and you may say, well, just don't pick the color, and I'll be like, no, 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 you don't understand. If I pick one of the palette colors that they give me and I just go like a shade down, it'll bother me. I need to change the hue. And at that point, I might as well just pick it. Which is, of course, why I keep picking characters that require me to draw their eyes as well, because the shape of it doesn't exist in me eyeball form. But it's fine, because she looks really good. I made Ralsei and made a penis food, and then the news... Sorry. And then the news came on, and Ralsei said he left his dick at home. He forgot his packer. No! That's okay. Nobody will notice. That's so tragic. I was gonna say me every day, but then, no, that's... That would just be me saying shit to say shit, okay? Don't listen to me. You shouldn't listen to me. Who's to say that what I'm saying is a truth? Or if I'm just saying it to say something? Nodding head. I need to get the shiny eevee so I can get out of this goddamn apartment building. Or, double odds. Don't say 34K. It's not gonna happen. 34K isn't real. You've made 34K up. Breaking news, streamer lies, another news, grass is green. What the heck? How dare you say that about me? See, it's fine if I say it about me. In other news, eevee shiny meow. Wait a minute, is adaptability an ability in this game, or does eevee just suck? Does eevee just have runaway? What's this about 15K, 19K? Double odds would be over 16K. Anyways, writing thing have turned into a poorly made relationship chart. I have made colors and I've made some lines. Hey, that works. And you know what? I can say that I kind of designed one of the OCs that I've been wanting to make. And I say kinda because I didn't come up with an outfit for them, but that was not the goal. The goal was the hair and the face, which I did. Clothes designing, outfit designing can go to hell. I don't care. I hate it. As cool as it is to look up cool hairstyles and then just translate it into whatever you want, it unfortunately runs into the problem of there's way too much cool hair that people have. And it's like, first of all, how the fuck do I draw that? Second of all, how do I decide what I like? Hair designing can go to hell. You know what? True. Hair designing can go to hell, which is why I didn't combine the tasks. I'm just like, all right. We need to nail down a hairstyle. And I did. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Ugh. Don't ask about hair color. No. This isn't about that. Except I think I kind of have an idea. Because it was kind of... I was thinking about sparrows, so I'm like... In that... in that realm, kind of, with, like... light browns and dark browns and, like... grays to whites? The plan was maybe to have, like, sort of a sparrow-ish pattern in the hair, and then I'm like, that's too complicated, and you're gonna put a bunch of fucking wings in it, so do you really want to do that? And then it's like, well, maybe not then. maybe I can hold myself down those ones. Wait, I'm trying to design hair for that functions both as short, messy femme cut and also vines. Yeah, no, when you're trying to go fantasy shit, it makes it 10 times more complicated. Cause you go, all right, how many of these braids are actually just like just wings or just feathers? And it's like, I don't fucking know. Point and laugh. They're the one who decided it would be like that. Dumb fuck. And now I'm stuck with the Chungus consequences of my actions. God save me the day that I decide to make this other character not avian related, because I'm like, well, this one's an angel, so I don't want this one to be a bird because that's too similar. So what else? What complicated ass features am I gonna give this one? Ah! They can't just be a normal human. That's fucking boring. But unfortunately, in my brain, they are they already have the stupid Sephiroth wings, so I'm like, ah, oh, fuck. I've written myself into a corner. Because if you say like, oh, go with like a bat wing, make them a bat. First of all, I did consider that. Second of all, would someone who's a lot more anthro than the other ones, they would stick out like a sore thumb, maybe. But maybe I don't care. And also, let's be totally real. All right, I'm taking you aside. Let's be totally real. Feathery wings are kind of cooler. They just are. But bat wings are easier. They're easier to draw. But feathery wings are fluffier. But they can't both have that because then they'll match. That's another thing that annoys me about designing hair, is if I do something in my brain, I'm like, okay, you can't do it again. Like if they have, I don't know, bangs that come down in the middle of the face. Super common in like anime or whatever. I'm like, okay, I can only do this once, maybe twice, but they have to be different. And then everyone else has to be different, so limiting my options again. I hate designing. In parentheses, designing is pretty slay, actually. And I'm self-imposing these rules. I don't have to do any of this. But then you get a bunch of critters that look very similar, which is what I want to try to avoid. It's me taking my younger self aside, and it's like, look, you got some decent ideas, but we need to flavor blast them a little, because otherwise there's going to be way too many similarities between the cast. And you being me, we want the cast to all be visually distinct from each other. Not even in terms of silhouette, just in terms of like just general features. Forehead gaming. I mean, yes, but also in like, oh, I don't know, they have like the thing coming down from the side. Or even just like in terms of hair texture. Like, okay, you can have a middle one, but you have like braids or you have locks, which ends up looking different regardless because it's a different texture. The pains of art. And then, of course, I still fall into the same things like, oh, how many times am I going to make a purple-yellow character? How many times are they going to have round circle eyes? How many times are they going to have yellow eyes? Look. I have to hold myself back. No, they can't all have white hair. No, they can't all have yellow eyes. Stop that. And it sucks when I have reference images, because some of the reference images aren't necessarily for like, oh, I want to do this specific thing, but they're more so there for like vibes. Like, this is the vibe check. When the vibe check, they all have yellow eyes. I'm like, fuck. They can't have that. One of them was Shuichi Saihara, and I apparently learned that he does, in fact, have yellow eyes. Because in my brain, he just has some fuck-ass eye color. What color is that? It's like a weird gray. Oh, hi. First of all, hi, Just. Second of all, thank you for the hydrate. I will do that. I've hydrated. Welcome in. But anyway, I put Shuichi in the drawing program and I color picked the eyes, and apparently they are yellow. They're just like a weird gray yellow. How are you doing? I would like this shiny eevee. I would like for this eevee that I'm looking for to be gray. Oh my god, speaking of fuck-ass gray color, when is this eevee gonna be gray? Yellow's the worst color. No. That's not true. That's not true. But you can't play around with yellow that much until it just doesn't look yellow, until it looks weird fuck-ass green. A weird fuck-ass gray. I hate it. EB. Anyway, you think I'm gonna find it tonight? Surely. Today is gonna be the day. Sorry, I had to pull up. Oh my god, hi Sadbot as well. Hi! Waving. Hi everyone. Shirley! What the heck? Do you not see the big number? I will be spared from going double over odds. True. Any truers? If I don't get it today, should I add an Eevee to my Tomodachi life? The only reason why I wouldn't is because I want to make a Blacephalon, and then I would have 2 Pokemon, and then I would have 3 Pokemon. And that's a lot. Wait, I already have my fucking Pokewalker me. 4! And that's simply too many. Wait. I counted that one twice. The other day, you were talking about people who 100% Genshin, and I didn't say anything because of the recent update, but now that I've completed them back-to-back, having all achievements, you can have in the game in all 1708. That's so many. Wait. I feel like I'm close. I feel like I'm really close to that number, and I don't have that many. Or, I'm missing a lot. That's huge, though. I'm so mad. Okay, wait, no. Don't. You shouldn't have got me started. Fuck Imaginarium Theater. Fuck Imaginarium Theater. This is about the achievement where you need all the Arcana cards. Sorry. No, don't be sorry. It's fine. Fuck that achievement, though. Because of the way that I pull characters, which is I pull whatever characters I like, and if I really like them, I might get their weapons. I might get their constellations. But you know what that's ended up with? That's ended up with my account having a severe lack of Natlin characters, a severe lack of Cryo characters, and a semi-severe lack of Hydro characters. So when Imaginarium Theater has Pyro and Hydro and Cryo, I can't do the Arcana mode because I don't have enough characters. So I can't get the stupid card. I hate Cryo. Delete it from the game. Fuck that element. Worst element in the game. True. I got a duplicate card. Who the hell actually trades those things? You can get dupes. I didn't know you could get dupes. Okay, first of all, some of it is my fault because I forget to do Imaginarium Theater minus 1,000 gems. But the elemental restriction pisses me off so much because what do you mean I've been playing this game, aware moment incoming, for 5 years and I don't have enough Cryo characters to do it? Brother. I gotta level up Diona or something. I was so mad. I could barely clear the regular mode as is. Not even the special mode. I could barely clear the regular mode because I didn't have characters. In order to get a dupe, you technically have to get 2 because you choose between the 2 cards, so it is extra disrespectful because you have... See, no, that's what I mean. I didn't know that when your thing generated, it could give you 2 dupes. What the fuck? Anyway, I hate Cryo. Every Cryo character can go to hell. Except for Lohan. Except for Chi-Chi. Every other 5-star can go to hell. Evil, so stupid. That game is so fucking evil and stupid. The other achievement that takes 2 fucking years is an RNG. Does that one still take 2 years, though, or did they add a plant that gives you more than 2? Yeah, because there's an achievement other than the one that we're talking about that takes 2 years because you need to grow an IRL time-gated plant, and you need to harvest 1,000 of it. Or is it 2,000? I don't know. You need to harvest a lot of it, and if you can only grow up to 8 at a time, it takes a while. And you can only harvest them like 2 to 3 times a week. Generally 2, 3 if you're min-maxing. I did the math on that once. If you play every day, it takes 8 months. Oh, they updated it. I see. It took me 2 years. But at the same time, I'm also insane, and I have like 9,999 Cecilias. So, but I stopped doing that. I'm so, I was so happy. Wait, is it even official? Anyway, whatever. Lohan's Cryo, yay. So I can finally have a Cryo character that isn't shit! Thank God. My account is saved! Okay, but what if I got a little silly? What if I got a little quirky? And I got his weapon. Which I will probably do. I will almost certainly do this. It's already a bad enough idea pulling for a character that may or may not be standard. But if I had a nickel for every time I've pulled on the limited banner for a standard character, I'd have 2 nickels. And I regretted every single day that I didn't pull Hunter's Path. So I'm not doing this shit again. I've played these games before. Go figure that I've not even added a single Genshin character to my stupid Tomodachi Life Island, but I have 1 HSR character and I'm considering adding another, which is even funnier since I don't know shit about what Amphoria's characters. I don't know shit about them. But I kind of want to add Anasha. Is that even how you say his name? I don't know. I just think he's cool. Wait, I should add Yai Sakura. I'm fucking stupid. Pink characters unite. Why have I not added Yai? Am I stupid? I haven't added Colin either. What's wrong with me? They wouldn't cause issues though because they're already girlfriends. Oh no, this sucks. But I have to. I'm a fake Colin fan otherwise. I don't think it ever took 2 years. I just Googled it. It was a bit off and it's like 291 days. See, that's fair. But what I'm going based off of is... because they grow like every 48 hours, right? But I imagine that most people aren't going to check their thing every single 48 hours on the dot. So realistically, you're going to be harvesting your plants twice a week instead of 3 times a week, which makes it go a lot slower. Me when I filled my island with my partners and crushes and I can't get us all into a big trans lesbian polycule. No! This freaking sucks. Can y'all at least all live in the same house? Or do you need multiple houses? They can only get so woke before they hit their woke quota. They, them pronouns was already pushing it. My last message, I specified if you play every day, and you said they updated it, so I was clarifying they didn't update anything. Okay, okay. Oh, and by updating, I just mean they added new plants. Wait, my crush and partner aren't in the same house right now. No, it might be decided to have a kid. Fucking nightmare. Isn't that a setting though? I hope it's a setting. None of my Miis should have kids. Kids are not allowed except for the 3 who are already on the island, one of which is my dog. And everyone has to be nice to her or I'm gonna fucking get them. You can't be mean to my dog. But I will say it is immensely satisfying to be able to feed my dog like pancakes and shit. So I'm like, I know that she would love this, but she can't have them in real life. You can have an ice cream sandwich. It was hilarious. The game picks out a random item you've made and makes the Mii wave it at a baby, and that's the first word. Oh no. No! Get the porn away from the kid! They didn't add any in any meaningful way. Yeah, I bet. There are plants that provide multiple harvests. They're all still single despite there being more. That fucking sucks. Because the problem was in that one water field, right? All of the plants that you could harvest were only singles. Meanwhile, in the other ones, you could grow like valberries, which give you 4 and counts for 4. Or stuff that gives you 2. So the water field was the slowest. The problem persists. I bet the new plants aren't even harvestable. They fucking hate us. The risk was minuscule, but goddamn am I bad at math. True. Don't look at the big number on the screen. Ooh. Math can't hurt you if you don't think about it that hard. Okay, but you can look up a calculator and plug in the big number and see the percentage of if I should have seen it. The percentage, I would have seen it by now. Anyway, every single time that I've accidentally reset over an Eevee without checking it, it was definitely shiny. Right? We all agree? All the shinies on screen are gonna distract me. We're almost at... Wait, we can get to 11111. Wow. I don't want to live on that timeline. What? Huh? A 11098, no drops, 25%. Wait. Those feel like different numbers. 25, I'm rounding down. 26. And then 1 and 3. Oh, the timeline where you reset over a shiny. Don't worry. I've not reset over a shiny yet. Because let's be real, it'll happen eventually. Oh, 3.88, not 3. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right. Leave me alone. Yeah, so almost 4. Okay. So, like, not... It's unlikely, but not that unlikely. Ah! I'm like, well, I failed shinies before, but I've not had one scroll across my screen and I hit the soft reset button on it. It's unlikely, but just you wait until we hit 34K. Oh boy, I can't wait. We're on the road to 34K. 10 more pulls until the funny number. I don't think it's a funny number. It is a nice number. I ain't seen no 6s. eevee. It'll be even funnier when I have Safari Zone shinies running for me. Then you can gamble. All right, how many things will run from me until I get Rhyhorn? On the road to 34K. To on the road to Viridian City. That doesn't fit the syllables. 34,000 fits, I think. It fits a little better, not exact. I'm not gonna sing for you. Why did I leave this fuck-ass owl on the screen, by the way? I'm still shocked it has a name. What do you mean it isn't just Fire Owl? Fuck-ass owl. Wait, speaking of Kirby, I did add Marks. I added Marks to my island, and low-key, he just kind of doesn't do anything. Other than fall in love with two people on first sight, and I'm like, girl, sure, why not? You need to talk to people. But the game was telling me it was a good idea because the next day I got the Jester outfit, and although it is not the correct color, it is a hat with the correct shape. Fuck-ass owl has a life of its own, you know? Yeah. But I thought its name was Fire Owl for, like, my entire life. And I have no idea why. It's almost certainly because I got the game used when I was in elementary school because I saw someone else playing it, and I was like, "Whoa, this looks cool." And so I got it used for cheap. And they called it Fire Owl, so I'm like, "Oh, its name must be Fire Owl." Because does it actually say the name anywhere in the game? I could number. It would be so cool and swag. It's normal. I could pull out my Squeak Squad right now and check, but I won't. Unless you ask nicely, in which case I'll think about it. Okay, and now it shows up because the number isn't cool anymore. I'm getting to the point where I want to look up if this Eevee can somehow be shiny locked, even though that's ridiculous. Ow. My elbow cracked. Help. Woman. Female shiny Eevee incoming. And then we're all gonna go, whoa, rare. That's so cool. I can't believe you have that. And I'll go, yeah, light work, you know. Don't ask how long this has taken. Ugh. I'm tired. Eevee. Ow. Why the hell? Oh. I was gonna say, why the hell am I so stiff? Probably... It's a lot of work to kneel on the ground for hours. That shit sucks. My knees hurt, my shoulders hurt, my hands hurt. Can't draw. No shiny Eevee. No bitches. What the hell am I gonna do? I should be glad that I'm even doing this today because I was a little tempted to show off my Miis, if only because I put a lot of work into them. Ugh. But I need this shiny Eevee. I need this shiny Eevee so my brain can move on from Eevee Town. That's the game that I should pull up. I should pull up Kirby's Epic Yarn. See, that's what I was thinking of when I was thinking of Squeak Squad. Do they sell foam pads for kneeling while gardening? They do, and we actually have one. It just doesn't really help. I mean, the one we have is... It's not... Well, first of all, it's kind of narrow, so I need to, like, move around a lot. So it being narrow does not help. But it's still, like... I'm on the ground. I'm here on the ground. The bugs are crawling all over me. I'm getting a sunburn even though I put sunscreen on. When we get this Eevee, we need to call it Sick Eevee out of respect for Latias. It's sick. It has... What's a sickness that's like low stakes? I don't want to name it like polio. I'm not crawling all over you. Not you. Other. Oh, wait, the real bug. Yeah. Real IRL bug. Z. Bugs plural. I don't know why I said bug singular. Like the ants and the caterpillars. Because we're getting caterpillars now. And some other things that I don't know. Like the tiny little red ones. That you can barely see until you're like, what's all those red oh, it's the red bugs. Okay. I hated. What? You're not hated. I put on debug spray. I don't want them crawling all over me. I don't like the feeling of them crawling on me. I would like them to stop. I will encourage them to get off of me. I will look up on my walls and I will see a spider and I'll go, God fucking damn it, not again. And I'll run to get a little tiny cup. And I'll be like, oh, please don't have moved out of the way. And I'll cup over it. Slide a little sheet of paper. And I'll be like, oh, please don't fall out of the cup when I lift you up from the wall. And then I get it. And then I throw it outside. There's a task on the TV show Taskmaster the other day to find a worm, and some people did it by getting a mealworm. That's not a worm, that's a mealworm. That's the larval stage of a beetle worm. They're in completely different phylum. Learn your animals. Okay, but did it count? Also, that sounds... I was gonna say that sounds awesome, but like, digging in the ground to find a worm, I would be scared of hurting the worm. It shouldn't have, yes, but... If they wanted it to not count, they would have specified it in the prompt. They would have argued, oh well, worm is in the name. And then the people who aren't as informed would be like, checks out. Which I imagine is a lot of people. Arguably most. Do the old pound the dirt to simulate the rain trick. Does that actually work? I would have just gotten a trowel. It usually works, but we have a lot of worms. One person got a lot of books and called themselves a bookworm, and that counted. Oh, so you get to be a little quirky with it. See, my ass would interpret it literally. Oh, you want a worm, like worm from the ground. Or a gummy worm, because I want to eat a gummy worm. I got you some worms. I would present them Daisy and be like, oh, she's gotten parasite worms before. That counts. Conveniently leaving out the fact that she doesn't have them now, and she hasn't had them for years. But they don't know that. They can't prove it. Wait, what if you just did the worm? Like, isn't there like a dance called Da Worm? What if you just did the worm? Daisy is a worm, affectionate. No, but she literally is. She's a worm, she's a rat, she's a cat. She's a loaf of bread. She's really anything but a dog. Except for when she's barking. Other than that, we joke about her acting more cat-like. Because she doesn't have a lot of energy most of the time. She just kind of like, she likes laying around. Which, you know what? Fair enough. Same. Maybe not on the floor, though. Well, I would lay on the floor, but I would have to like sweep first. That dog is so fluffy. She tracks in a bunch of seeds and like leaves and stuff. So Perhaps there's a lot of nature. We call her Nature Dog because she tracks in the nature. Thinking. Eevee. Eevee, we're talking about a dog that's not a dog. That's just like you. You want to be shiny so bad. True. Wait, I have Tylenol just sitting on my desk. Huge. I don't need to get it. Holy fuck, Eevee, shine. Wait, why are you saying that? Aren't you trying to prey on my downfall? Aren't you manifesting 34K? What's with the switch up? Yes, but I can still be angry. Fair enough. Eevee! Would Eevee bark, though? I feel like Eevee wouldn't bark. But if it was a fox, it would go, ah! Because foxes yell. Eevee would, what? Whatever the stupid-ass cry is in Gen 8. I hate that they did that. I hated that they did that for Pikachu in Gen 6. Imagine you walk into knockoff Viridian Forest and you see Pikachu! Or whatever the fuck it says. And you're like, ugh, what the heck? Why did they do that? Ew, gross. And then everything else sounds normal. And then in freaking Gen 8, what? Okay, but imagine Guzzlord. Okay, I imagined it. I feel like it would have a very nice voice. It would be like Gapmoe. It would have a Gapmoe voice. You think it wouldn't have a nice voice, but it does. Otherwise, I don't care. That's boring. Something else can have the loud, screamy voice, like Arceus. Like Arceus from that fuck-ass movie. Guzzlord on stage with the suit and ties, the opera singer. You see the vision. Guzzlord, sing your little heart out. Wait, I was gonna say, wait, no, it probably has a big-ass heart. No, the fuck it doesn't. It's like 90% mouth, 10% leg. And the chorus of Reggie's on the stands behind. Un. Where do they even do that? Why is that what's associated with the Reggies? I feel so out of the loop. But they are un coded. It's so crazy how irrelevant Regidrago and Regieleki are. Raise your hand if you care about them. That was when you encountered them in the Gen 3 games? Oh, yeah, that explains it. I think I even did the Reggies in that game. You think my ass remembers? No. Actually, I might. I like Regidrago. I like Regieleki, but, like, they're so irrelevant. They don't feel like Reggies to me. When you add on to a pre-existing group, it's just like, who the heck are these bozos? The time where I think it's worked the best is with Regigigas. And I guess technically Lugia with the legendary Kanto burst, but that's mainly because of the movie that I watched a lot. That was the only Pokemon movie that I owned as a kid, so I watched it a lot, so I like that one. Even if it's not very good, I don't care. Lugia's cool. But, like, Enamorus is not one of the forces of nature. It's just not. Who is this poser? I hate it. To be fair, I don't like any of them. But it's also the fact that they're like, Herm, we wanna make a girl one. Oh yes, it has to be pink. It has to be pink and it's gotta have really big lip. Why? Why did you do this? Also the fact that it's called the Herald of Spring, but the other three, as far as I'm aware, aren't associated with the seasons. They're associated with the weather. Which is why they're the forces of nature? The Reggies feel weird to me. I mean, true. Because, to my knowledge, the Reggies were originally were different ages. I mean, that would make sense. Ice Age, Stone Age, Age of Steel, Modern Age. See, in my mind, they were like emblematic of, I don't know, like base things that the land is made out of. You got like ice for glaciers, which yes, are also made of like a bunch of other stuff. And then you got rock and you got metal. So just like base elements. And then Regigigas tells them what to do. Also interpreting it as there are a bunch of the Reggies just in the world, because how there's multiple legendaries, but it wouldn't make as much sense if there's a bunch of Reshurams walking around, but it would make a ton of sense if there's a bunch of Regirock, right? What the fuck is Regidrago supposed to be? What is this thing supposed to be? It's just here for fun. What does it even do? Regieleki I can see, but that one definitely does feel more modern. What does Regidrago do? Regigigas can't get going because of its slow start. It's old! It's got moss growing on it! Regigigas being the reason that kids get a participation sticker on sports day. You know what? It's okay, Regigigas. See, I like that it has slow start, but I understand that it was necessary because otherwise that thing would be incredibly overpowered. And also it makes sense with it being this enormous dormant construct. Yeah, this big old thing's gonna be a little tired. But at the same time, you're never gonna fucking use a Regigigas because of its fuck-ass ability. But you're goddamn right, it's gonna fucking dunk on my goddamn fully set up Suicune in the battle tower. Because yeah, Palmer 2 has a Regigigas. It's the worst lead if you want to lead with Suicune instead of Garchomp. So I'd lead Garchomp specifically because of Regigigas lead. And you'll never guess what Pokemon I've never seen Palmer lead a single time. It was so needed. Hold on, let me just fucking make Mega Rayquaza. Mega Rayquaza. I feel like in Generation 6, they just fucking threw that shit out of the window. Because not only that, they made Xerneas, they made the fairy type the way that it is. They made Mega Kangaskhan. I don't think they thought of the consequences. I don't think they fully considered what was gonna happen. But at the same time, they nerfed Thunderwave. Brother! Why did they do that? That's my favorite status move. I hate how it misses. I love it for catching shit. Yeah, in Legends Arceus, they made Regigigas be the only Pokemon with an ability. That's so funny. That's so funny. Not a single other Pokemon has an ability hard-coded. Not to say I don't believe you, but that's a little ridiculous. Because at least in ZA, I know that some have them pre-programmed in. Like, I think Mawile always has huge power, or maybe it's Mega Mawile. Stuff like that. I mean, wow, ZA's just a better game. True. I clicked a button. Oh my god, wait, speaking of Shuichi Saihara, that's crazy. And of course, I look up that character, and the first video I see, why Shuichi is the best Danganronpa protagonist, and I go, you're goddamn fucking right he is. It's not even close. In ZA, Megas with huge power have a stat boost to make up for it. Good for them. Speaking of Pokemon Champions. My opinions are none because I've not played it. I like that it exists. I like seeing other people build silly teams. I'm glad that we're back in the making silly teams era. I missed it. I think it's funny that Mega Floette is seemingly the strongest new Mega. Because, like, yes, from a lore perspective, it makes sense. But at the same time, little itty-bitty flower. Little itty-bitty tiny little flower. Gonna fucking beat you to death. What are the other standouts other than Frostlass? Because I think people have said that one's good. Who would win? Hydrogen Baby, Coughing Bomb. The Hydrogen Baby. Legion of Demons, Dragons and Spirits, Gods. Little itty bitty fairy. That one. I swear to God, a non-zero portion of why fairy type is the way that it is because of Hydreigon. It just feels too perfect. It feels too perfect that the fairy type perfectly counters it. Yes, it was also probably because of things like Latios and Garchomp. But, like, Garchomp and Salamence got off a little better. Hydreigon found dead in a trench. Oh, I love that guy, though. Daffodil definitely wins. Mega Glalie, Refrigerate Ability, Explosion, Profit. Okay. Wait. What was... There was something else that could do something similar, and it wasn't Glalie. And I don't think Meganium can learn Explode. It was with another type thing that can learn Explosion. What is it? I don't know. No, Hydreigon, don't go into Gen 6 OU! No! They'll never make me hate that thing. It's too swag. I love that Mega Meganium is the way that it is. It's so funny to me that they gave Mega Meganium and Mega Feraligatr unique abilities. And Mega Meganium's one seems like pretty damn good. And then they just gave Emboar nothing? Like, look, I'm an Emboar denier. I don't care that it got a shit ability. But why? Why? What a stupid decision. Mega Gardevoir and Pixelate Fairy type Explosion, but I don't think Gardevoir can learn Explosion. Maybe it can. Something, Reggies, it being really funny if you get them in a rando Nuzlocke because the first move they have is Explosion, and I don't think they learn anything else. Bricked Run, or Self-Destruct. It's gonna haunt me. What the fuck am I thinking of? Ow. Shout out to Explosion only being obtainable via TM that you need to super gamble for in Gen 4. Self-destruct. I can't spell. Pocket monsters. Shout out to No! Don't explode, bug, and then in the background you just hear a little because it's a bug-sized explosion. Oh my god, I don't care. Who even plays Legends Arceus anymore? Play a good game. Hello? Oh yeah, Azulf can explode? That one's funny. Wait, was it Mega Glamora? It might have been. That thing can self-destruct. What's its ability, though? If nothing else, Mega Glamora is swag. I like it. But that's also just because regular Glamora is cool, so it was bound to... Mewtwo can explode? Okay, good for it, I guess. Lunatone. Was it Heatran? I totally forgot that Heatran got a Mega, by the way. Was it Golurk? By the way, let it be known that I called Mega Golurk. I locked that in, and I was correct. Alright, we're checking. What's Golurk's ability? Unseen Fist. That's the punchy one. What is Heatran's ability? It's probably something dumb. Doesn't say. Guess it's not there. Was it Chimecho? Wait, no, that one has Levitate, I think. Was it Starmie? Completely forgot. That Starmie turns into like a physical attack. I sent that message and my internet died. No! The bug-sized explosion was real. I'm so sorry, I cursed you. Anyway, what is Mega Glamora's ability? Adaptability. What is that? Powers up moves of the same type. Rah! Okay, so I have no idea who I'm thinking of. God, that emote is so funny. I freaking love SpongeBob. And you know what else? What else I love? Getting a shiny Eevee. It's a shame that the game, like, hates me. It's a shame that they hate me so much. And I'm getting hiccups. Because why the fuck not? We almost reached 11,200. We're schmoovin'. And it's so cool because we're gonna get Eevee today. Why the fuck is it that every single time I start stream, my nose starts itching? This is... I'm not gonna say unbearable, but this fucking sucks. 11,200, yeah. 11200. You can do the math. I ain't the math guy. I'm the clicking on the buttons guy. Atari Jaguar, do the math, huh? Question mark? Every single time. We have an Atari something in like a super desiccated box, and every time I see it, I'm like, wow. That was the slogan for the Atari Jaguar. Yeah, but what's an Atari Jaguar? Spoilers, it was shit. Good for it. But anyways, I wonder how much something like that would cost, even if the box is desiccated. That's what I'm saying. Old 64-bit console. AC! Why is it doing math then? Also bad. Well, you know, they can't all be winners. Possibly a good amount? See, I imagine it's not anything crazy. It's just the fact that the box is even there. That's surprising. Yeah, but in my experience, just from looking at TCG shit, box condition matters. But surely the resellers are moving on from cards, and I'll be able to look at cards without getting sad. Not like I could get any of them, regardless. Yeah, but TCG shit is artificial. That is true. But this was also, like, way before it started getting really out of hand. But it was also for the, like, the super duper duper old shit, for, like, the base set shit. Yeah, if the box was shrink wrapped, it'd be more valuable than if it was in shreds. Oh, how much is this card worth? Well, it's Charizard, and my friend says it's a 10, so 350 million. I was gonna say, actually, it's like 55K, but I have no fucking idea how much that thing is worth anymore. It probably has gone up. But in my brain, I'm like, okay, the Illustrator Pikachu's like 3 mil or whatever. And Charizard, if we're going like base set first edition. Okay, pet peeve incoming. Why the fuck do people call it first edition Shadowless? Because in the base set, you know, you have the first edition with the stamp, you have the Shadowless without the shadow on the border, but no first edition stamp, and you have the shadowed version, which has the shadow underneath the art. But all first edition cards are shadowless. So why there's already a differentiating feature between the first edition and the shadowless. It's the first edition stamp. Why are you calling the first edition shadowless? It being any amount of money is literally not an actual worth. That is fair. But in my brain, I'm like, okay, well, it's worth what people are willing to pay for it. And people are paying this much, so that's how much it costs. It's worth two cents because it's a printed piece of cardboard. But all of them are worth that. I'm talking how much. If I go to eBay right now and I tippity type in the numbers, what number am I gonna be shocked by? I just like knowing. Yeah. Beep. Like, every rare card in the set has the same amount of theoretical chance to come out of a pack, but an art Sylveon VMAX is worth $40, and an art gallery Umbreon VMAX is worth 2,000. Yeah. Popular Pokemon tags. Umbreon's more popular than Sylveon. Shrimple as. Okay, but that's actually the reason. Sylveon only being 40, though, is surprising to me. If this is the same, is this the card with the really big Umbreon and it looks like it's hitting the moon? That's the card that I'm thinking about. I don't know what any of that shit is called. I don't know the different names of the cards. I know the ones that I think look cool and the ones that I think don't look cool. And that Umbreon card is pretty cool. But yeah. It is just people making up shit. Like, why the fuck? Black Lotus worth $100 billion, and all the other ones are only worth $1 billion. They're all the same rarity. It's because people think that this one is cooler. It has no value, but it has a cost. I ain't getting a Black Lotus for 20 bucks. I'm getting it for 20 million bucks. That's not how much it is. It's much less. But it's still way too much money for a dinky piece of cardboard. But, like, I get it. I get it. I have expensive pieces of dinky cardboard. I understand the appeal. But it's getting even more out of hand. We need to take a deep breath and take a step back. It's fucking cardboard. It's not that serious, I promise. It's cardboard that you can actually play a game with. Who? I bet most of the people don't even play the game. Raising my hand, it's me. I don't play the game. I like the art. I think it looked cool. But card games scare me. That's how I feel about card game. Boss music starts playing. Help! Help! I play it casually for fun, but not a ton. That seemed like the way to do it. But I find card games terribly intimidating, and nobody explains them well, and there's way too many mechanics, and there's too much shit to keep track of, and it's like, okay, I'm already overwhelmed. I don't have the energy to learn this. I'm not having fun. I'm reading an instruction manual and asking, hey, what do I do when it's my turn again? Oh, wait, can I do this? No, you can't do that because you don't have enough bleep blop points. What do you mean? Okay. I'm sorry I didn't tap all of my lands. This is about Magic the Gathering. They will never make me play Magic again. I won't do it. You'd have to pay me so much money. They throw me in the dungeons. I'm still not gonna do it. I just want to look at the pretty cards. I want to do what I did when I was like 6 and I was drawing all over my cards with freaking Sharpie. And adding zeros onto the numbers after every attack. Because what's swaggier? Something that does 400 damage or something that does 4,000 damage? Exactly. And it gets 1,000,000 health. Because when you're 6, that's the biggest number. I got a piece of hair stuck in my mouth. Blah. Do I need to cut it again already? I don't want to. What if it gets too short? Ow. Eevee loves eating uranium. So shiny Eevee will show up. It's radioactive Eevee. Wait, no, I said uranium in the context of Pokemon. They're gonna blow me up with orbital lasers. What the hell did that fan game do wrong? Especially to get so shot out of orbit, while the other ones just kind of chill. There's so many that are just chilling. Why do they hate uranium? Uranium was too swag for them. Yeah. Oh yeah, I started late, so it's 11 now. Yippee! I still want to try and get to 11,500. But we'll see. My encounters per hour went down again. Help! Help! It can't go down if I find the shiny. Might be able to get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 soonish. Number go up. Okay, I think I found a way to position myself. I even took the liberty of my keyboard's just chilling on my lap right now, so I don't have to reach up on my desk. But of course, I still have to hold the stupid Joy-Con. I'm getting fed up with these little controllers. Ah. At least they're not drifting. Although, on the mouse drift thing, I did have to change the battery because it died this morning, so maybe that was just a battery issue somehow. Even though that makes no sense. Why would a low battery cause a mouse to drift? See, at least with a controller, it's like, oh, the sensor pad gets loosened. Okay, that makes sense. But I don't know shit about electronics. I know shit about approximately one electronic, but I don't know anything what it does. I just know where the things go. Thinking about how a little why are motherboards green? Is there a reason? Or is it just for fun? Like how does this little dinky little thing think so much? Oh no. It's a bunch of math. Don't think about math. This is why computers are so scary. Also, every single time I get, oh my god, my computer's blowing up. Oh my god, my server's breaking. Oh my god, Linux is making everything 10 times more complicated. And I'm like, ugh. No wonder I'm scared of computers. I know the minimum. eevee hates the tunes. Maybe we just haven't found the right one yet. If you were an eevee, what type of music would you want to hear? Huh? What do you want? eevee doesn't even get a chance to speak because I reset over it too quickly. Sorry, my bad, my bad. Death metal? Is there copyright-free death metal? I mean, probably. Am I gonna find it easily? Huh? Evoir? If I find this eevee today, there is a non-zero chance it will be named after the fire owl. I'll also have you know I picked this sprite so that it looks like it's gonna fucking get the eevee. This stupid owl, devious as grin. Like, look, it's gonna get it. Wait, where is it? Can I, it's in a group. Where are you? It's you. There we go. Now it looks like it's gonna get the sick Latias. Yeah, well, once it gets the sick Latias, it's gonna get this fucking eevee. It's poised and ready to go. Can't believe this Latias has been, it's got jaundice. The eevee has anemia, so it's gone gray. What? I was gonna say, what makes you go blue? Mercury poisoning? I was gonna say that's a little more grim, but I mean, jaundicing can also be pretty grim. If you're turning gray, that's probably bad. Silver nitrate? Isn't that also poison? I'm like, well, I think there's some genetic condition which can give your skin like a grayish bluish. I was gonna say tint, but no, you just look grayish bluish. But it's the same grayish bluish as like a cat, in which people say it's blue, but that shit does not look blue to me. Maybe I'm a little colorblind. It does not look blue to me, which has always bothered me about warrior cats. Because you have Blue Star, and in my brain, that cat got blue hair and pronouns. But then you see her on the one on the one book that's about her, and it's like, that cat's fucking gray. Yeah, but people swear by it as a panacea. I think that they're lying. I don't know. I think that might be a lie. People used to do a whole bunch of dumb shit when we didn't know more about science. And now we know more about science and people deny it because they're dumb. They deny it for the love of the game. And if you wanna microdose on silver nitrate, I simply cannot feel bad for you if something bad happens. Like, sorry. Yeah. What? Sorry, I had a thing open on the side and I saw an ad that looked like it would pop up in a bowling alley. Because it was just a really... it looked like a really poorly animated goat going, nice. What the hell are they advertising to me? I'm not gonna buy it. As we know, the #1 way to get me to buy something, or not buy something, to watch/read something is if it has a good song. And the song gets stuck in my head. Actually, not good song. Song that gets stuck in my head. It may also be good. Wow. Panacea is a cool word, but I also look at it and half the time I read Pangea. Definitely not the same. I miss Pangea. We should get Pangea back. Surely that wouldn't cause any problems. I feel like this song hasn't popped up on Shuffle a singular fucking time. Mostly cause the Shuffle fucking sucks. And after a while, like 2 hours max, it starts replaying the same shit. Usually it's 30 minutes. But what the hell? There's only like 200 things on this. Maybe if I added more things, it would be less annoying. You know what's a word that I hate? Paraphernalia, because it sounds sick as fuck, but its definition is boring. It's functionally a posh way of saying equipment. I feel like I'm thinking of something different. I'm thinking of a thing that looks like another thing. But yeah, wait, it oh, it does just kind of mean equipment, huh? Sorry, the thing that I thought in my brain was drug paraphernalia. I don't know why. But yeah, it's just like, thing. I don't know, that's kind of whimsical though. Making a word that does not need to be big way bigger than it has to be. I don't mind that. Drug what? I don't know why. That was the first. That was the thing that I thought of when I heard paraphernalia, because I can't say I hear the word paraphernalia very often. But I feel like you'd see it in the context of someone who would want to address the thing, but they're too scared to actually call it what it is. So you'd call it, like, paraphernalia. It makes sense to me. Like if you don't want to say sex, so you say coitus. Who the fuck says coitus? Who the fuck says paraphernalia? That's what it read to me. Thank you, Eevee, for not being shiny there. That was the one single time that I didn't want you to be shiny. I fear I would try to name it paraphernalia. eevee. I could also just name it eevee. But that's kind of boring. The only one eevee is me. That eevee has a rash. No wonder it's not sleepy. You know what? I love how bug spray just, like, does not work for me or something. I mean, probably good that it's not making them drop dead around me. But I just realized, wait a minute. Nothing I fucking do works. I still end up with a fuck ton of bites on my legs. Do I have yummy blood? Does my blood taste good? What blood type am I? Wait, if I'm not anemic, or if my anemia is controlled and my iron levels are normal, could I donate blood and they could tell me what it is? And then they give me like a cookie and some apple juice afterwards or whatever the heck? I don't know what happens. I've not donated blood. Because I assumed that I couldn't. Maybe I should do that. I want to know what letter I am. But I feel like I'll be disappointed by the answer. I'll just be like, I don't know, A positive. What's the boringest blood type? It's gotta be A positive, because at least if you're B positive, then you can say it's what is the word for it? It sounds like something else. It's B positive, but it's also B positive as in like happy. Isn't it O? The tasty one or the boring one? O is the cool one. Because that's the one that gets along with everyone else. O positive is the most common? Really? I would have thought it was either A or B. Cool. Either way, I still think it's the cool one. Although I forget how it had what the different things mean. But it's like your blood cells have different markers on them, and the different markers don't get along with each other. So, and because the O doesn't have the markers, it can get along with the other ones. And I think O negative is the one that gets along with the most. That's so weird that we even know this shit. When the hell is C-type blood dropping? Why did they call it, see, A, B, and AB, A, comma, B, comma, and AB makes sense. Why isn't OC? I get it in that it's like 0. O is in 0, but it should be C. You could also call it 0, 1, comma, 2, comma, 1, 2. But the letters are a little cooler. Just a little. Yeah. Okay, but would the blood types taste any different? Not if you're a blood-sucking critter. Well, maybe if you're a blood-sucking critter. If you're a vampire, would you have preferences? Would you even be able to tell the difference? Or would it be a case-by-case basis? Is the difference that apparent that it would make sense on a larger scale? I don't know. If you had something like sickle cell, would that make your blood taste weird because the cells are shaped different? Thinking. Things that probably only 3 people have thought about before. Would it make your blood taste spicy because the cells are sharper? Well, I guess they're not sharp, they're just curvy. Instead of being donut shape, it's like a banana shape. Would it make you taste like a banana? No, what actually, okay, thinking about it from just like a purely grounded standpoint, also assuming that vampires are real, it probably would taste different because your blood cells are shaped differently. They're shaped worse, I'm sorry, so that they carry less oxygen. So your blood has a lot less oxygen in it, which would probably make it taste different. Anyway, wait, we're almost at 11,300. Yay! Is it bad that I already feel like I've clocked in for my shift. It's been an hour and a half. I gotta do a little more. But this hunt is a little draining. I feel it incoming that as soon as I get it, I'm gonna... Not that I'm gonna crash out, but it's like... Not crash out as in crash out, but crash out as in like I'm a car on a racetrack and I like crash into a wall and I go up in a big plume of smoke. And I'm not gonna come back to it for a month. Either that or I'll really want that other fire dog. Thinking. Crash out as in, it's time to acquire +1 bed and equip. And I turn around. Oh my goodness, I found it. Equip, not so much. I'm not tired. As much as the yawns may imply, I don't feel tired. Wait, I should charge my phone, speaking of. Mew's kind of been clutch for me in Pokemon Sleep, although pissing me off that they banished Darkrai to one single area. No offense to Mew, but I very much prefer Darkrai. And I would like to get a bunch of Darkrai. So I can get one good Darkrai. Because you only get one to keep. I just want to play the game. I want to play the game and I want to get money and I want to see my shiny Flareon. I want to see my... What color look-alike is shiny Flareon? Not what color is it. What color matches it? What thing has a color that matches it? I don't know. Because I could say, we were calling Pidgeot Pissbird, but like I could say, I don't know, it looks like cheese. Eevee doesn't look like a cheese color. Flareon doesn't look like a cheese color. Eevee is milk. Flareon, it can't be butter, even though that would go a lot better. Milk-soaked Webkins, throw it into the wall. Duh. And then it gets so disgusting and repulsive that it needs to be thrown out. Don't worry, Eevee. I won't throw you out. You will have a nice home. We're gonna go on adventures. You're gonna be the strongest Flareon this save file has ever seen. You're gonna be one of 3 shiny Flareon that people use in this game. I assume not many people would be doing this for Flareon. If they were, that would be based though. Someday people will come around and see that it is the cutest evolution. People were kind of coming around on it last year when they came out with the big version. With the big plushie, like the $400 one. Because it was the best looking one out of that set. People going, oh, I'm not really that big of a fan of Flareon. But this is the cutest one and I want it. And I go, God, I wish I had $400 that I could spend on a ginormous plushie, but alas. Where would you even put, like, an enormous dog plushie? It's not even long. Well, it is long, but it's, like, curled. So you can't even necessarily use it as, like... I'm not gonna say a body pillow, but, like, a long pillow. I mean, you probably could. Oh. Using the right Joy-Con, right, that's the... Yeah, the right Joy-Con in my left hand is odd. I don't know why I find... See, this is what I'm talking about. It's been about 2 hours. Definitely a repeat, but I'll let it slide. Using the right Joy-Con with my left hand, fine. Completely chill. But using the left Joy-Con in my right hand is like a nightmare. I don't know. I don't understand why my brain can't comprehend it. It's not that. It's just way more brain confusing. And it shouldn't be. It's basically the same. I say as I'm doing the thing that I just said. Yeah. I was holding the Joy-Con in my left hand even though I was telling myself that I wasn't going to do that. So I might have to call it at 11,400. Definitely gonna get past 300 though. $11,400 sounds like a good goal. Also, you are the one who influenced me to say it like that. I'm not gonna try and say it correct anymore. Chapstick jump scare. It's your fault, me. Yes, your fault, but not in a bad way because it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. It's more so in the case of if this is annoying you, you've brought it upon yourself. And if not, then who cares? I mean, we won't have to go to 400. I'll just get the eevee. Because we're getting the eevee today. I won't have spent a month looking for eevee. I think. I don't actually know. Don't smile at me like that. Sinister, devious grin. Ain't nothing going on behind those eyes. Not you, the emote. That's an evil emote. Why does it look like that? That's a little shit grin. That's a shit-eating grin that... I have no idea why this is the image that popped up into my head, but that's the expression you get when you're about to open a door and a bucket full of, like, slime is gonna fall on your head because it's been poised to do that. Why are you unhappy? Why are you Mike Wazowski? Wait, why is wah wah slow? What the hell is wrong with it? It's sick! I have the wrong version. I'm used to it going wah 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 wah. But I love wah wah. Wah wah. Wee wah. Wee wah. And when Wuthering Waves came out, it was woo wah. Does anyone still play that game? Parentheses, yes they do. But does anyone care? I still found the discourse around that game to be so funny. Surely, gacha gamers have learned their lesson and have stopped calling things Genshin killers, because to say so is frankly a little naive, and you're setting yourself up for failure. But the launch of that game was still really funny. Why the heck are you getting me? Hand. Surely gamers have learned their lesson sometimes is a statement so untrue. You know what? You're so right. I'm sure that some people learn their lessons, but God, are there a lot of silly geese out there. In parentheses, God, are there a lot of fucking idiots out there. And then you have that one Yu-Gi-Oh card from the anime. You have the good path, and then you have the evil path. And the evil path is Gamergate, and the good path is transgenderism. I don't know. Pick one, gamer of age 15. Wait, no, not Gamergate. Gamergate rhetoric, but, like, you get it. You should go down the path of transgenderism. That's the cool and silly path. Silly cat, the good path is transgenderism, and the evil path is transgenderism, parentheses, evil. Okay, but that doesn't fit. That doesn't fit of the, you really like games, and you're like 15, and you have a choice. You have a choice in what content you engage with, and it's the worst people that you've ever spoken to, or not that. This will have long-lasting consequences. You have a choice, play Ultra Kill, and you can become a femboy or a trans girl. See, this is true, and that would be the good path. And then the bad path is, I don't know, what's a game that losers really like? I don't know. I was gonna say COD, but I'm like, is that still a normie game? Okay. No. Okay, FIFA's kind of true. Ain't FIFA in real life kind of a devil organization? Probably. I'm like, yeah, the sports is so not my realm that I don't know much about sports organizations. I default to not thinking very, very highly of an organization unless proven otherwise. You have to prove your innocence. Oh, that was them! Okay, yeah. So fuck FIFA. Look, all these acronyms get confusing. Stop making things acronyms. You have to say the thing. And then you can use the acronym. I don't know what FIFA stands for. FIFA stands for fucking fucking stupid. True, got him. Fucking imaginary flamingos. Ah! Ah! Yeah, that's what the A stands for. It stands for ah! It definitely doesn't stand for association. I'm making my own FIFA that's way cooler. Than sports ball. Probably something football association, I'd assume. Who cares? Who even likes that sport? Parentheses rage bait. Not me, not I. I'm sorry to the sports enjoyers. Every single time I've been dragged to a sports game, I have found them extremely boring. I just go because I like going places and I'm a kid and I'm offered to go places for free. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, damn, this shit's fucking boring. I gotta watch these tiny little ass people because they're far away because I'm way up in the stands or whatever, running around for 3 hours. This sucks. My own FIFA that's way cooler. I'm calling it my polykill because we kick balls and score goals. I mean, yeah, that's basically the same. Checks out to me. Alright, it's doing the thing. I should add more Danganronpa songs. Many sport is ball sport. Why did they put the ball in the hydraulic press? No. That's how you get the hockey puck. Something hydraulic press, Danganronpa V3. Help! Thinking of goals, I got to fulfill a little dream of mine. The other day, I got to hypnotize a friend. It was really fun and cute, and I'm happy I did it. Yay! Congrats! I assume it went well. The only hypnotization that I'm doing is on myself. Getting very, very eepy. Wait, that's what happens to me every night, and that's why I just snap, fall asleep, and wake up, and I don't feel myself falling asleep. Oh, it makes sense. It went really well. I just got her to rest on me and then sent her to eep and then woke her back up. I was saying that mid-yawn, which is why it was strained. Nice. I'm being tormented by my sinuses. I hate April! I was terrified. No! But once I did it, I was so elated. Okay. Definitely could see it being a little spooky. Not something you wanna mess up. I think I heard my elbow crack. Slay! Old ass elbows. Eevee, please put me out of my misery. You want to be shiny so bad. You have 70 more chances. That's so many. That's like 70. Shut up. I'm trying my best, okay? And if the eevees happen to increase in number next week, well, you know, who's to say what would happen? Yes, Father, I wish to be shiny, but unfortunately, I fucking suck. I tried, Father. Apparently, I have a child now. Alright, child, well, you're just gonna have to do better, okay? I can tutor you, and you're like, I can help you with your freaking math homework. I'm not sure what I can do about this. Just gonna have to do better. Look, we can get you a tutor. I can't help you with that personally, but we need to see that grade on your report card go up, alright? This is unacceptable. You're doing good in your other subjects, but I don't know, the shiny grade. I'll sign your report card. We're gonna have a discussion with your teacher, okay? A tutor. What if I need a reader? Well, we can worry about that when the time comes. But I ain't shelling out the money for that if you don't need it. And then I go in the other room and I no, I go outside and I get out of SIG and I'm like, God, why is this the subject they're failing in? Why couldn't I just do their fucking math homework? Fuck. Yes, please sign my report card. It tells me that I've been reported to the police and they're now hunting me to help. No, don't worry, baby. We'll talk about your report card later. The police ain't catching you. I got you. Yeah, I don't know if that's a common thing everywhere. But at least when I was in like elementary school, they made your parents sign your report card to make sure that they saw it, so that if you got really shitty grades, you couldn't hide it. Of course, I'm sure there was ways to get around it if you're crafty enough, but we didn't have them signing it. That's new to me. See, on one hand, it makes sense. Because, like, yeah, a little ridiculous. But, like, for a really young kid, I don't know. That's what they made us do. I don't think it was a thing as I got older, but I also don't fucking remember. I was gonna say, at a certain point, I'm sure it would be like, oh, well, you know, the responsibility for that falls on you. But at the same time, if you're a kid, I ain't gonna blame you that much. I'm sure the thought process was if you're 6 and you don't know how to read yet, they want to make sure that your parents know you can't read. Was I even? No, yeah. I'm trying to remember the age range of this. And look, numbers are fake. Oh, you lost your report card? This must mean you're failing every class. Perish, mortal flame, be extinguished. See, like, you could lose it. But then it's like, you're gonna get a new copy, I imagine. And then you're gonna sign it. I have no idea what would happen if you don't get your guardian to sign it, I imagine at some point you as a kid would try to fake the signature. That's the first thing you'd probably try to do. Unless, or maybe not. Maybe that's just like a me thing. I have no idea what would happen. Because believe it or not, never did that. I get told to do a task, and frankly, I'm like, oh boy, I love accomplishing tasks. I'll do that. Nope, I'm only allowed to be reported once. If they do it again, they have to come to my birthday party because nobody else will. They signed the contract. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I mean, oh no. Gotta go to a bug's birthday party. Whatever will I do? Eevee, please be shiny. 50 more tries today. That's like 50. Same joke twice. Rah! A table of tiny beetles stares at you. They hand you a tiny slice of Victoria sponge cake. What do? Wait, like, how small is small? Is it on a plate? How many beetles? What kind of beetles are we talking about? Because I'm thinking of a very, very, very... I'm thinking very small beetles. Either way, I will accept. Thank you, beetles. And I have to think about what a Victoria sponge is. I'd accept it regardless, but I'm like, I fear that knowledge is not in my... Not something that immediately comes to mind. There are 7 beetles around the table. Banius demon? Huh? Approximately 15 millimeters each. The plate is equally tiny, small enough that you could shatter it simply by holding it a little too tight. Oh no, well, I feel like I would accidentally break it, but I would try my very best to not break it. Either way, I will definitely... They're offering, I'm gonna take it. If I didn't, that would be rude. A species of scarab beetle. Good for them. Why are they demon? They seem pretty nice to me. They're offering me a cake. Whoever named them wasn't thinking very highly of them. The beetles are pleased. Thank you, beetles. Sorry, I didn't catch any of your names. Why would a demon not offer you cake? They're meant to tempt you, no? Well, that is fair. But then what's the catch? And in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, do you actually care? Not really. But then what was the person who named who named them being tempted to do? Isn't it so funny how I was talking about, like, how after about 2 hours, no matter what, playlist starts looping songs? Then, very soon after, it started doing that exact thing that I talked about. That's so weird. That's so cringe. Ew. What in the world could I do to get it to stop? At least it didn't loop for after 30 minutes this time. That one D&D joke of the asexual party member looking all smug as the succubus tries to tempt them, and then the party member starting to look stressed once the succubus starts offering arcane magic instead. Damn! Y'all who want to fuck are getting the short end of the stick. I'm gonna get some arcane magic. See y'all. Bye. Although they could tempt me with something that's a lot lower effort. You just like, you got some tasty snacks? I'm fucking sold. Oh, you got some puppies in the back of your van? Oh, I want to see them. I'm easily impressed, all right? You don't got to be doing all that. I mean, whoa. I'm like so high maintenance. Only the most niche, never before seen arcane spells. You know, what can I say? I'm a connoisseur. Wait, when did snacks go to... No, wait, don't eat them. No, it was supposed to be a stranger danger thing. Like, oh, if a stranger offers you candy, or if they're like, oh, do you want a puppy? I have some in my van. It was supposed to be that. I'm saying that a succubus could kidnap me with low effort. It's okay, it's okay. Now the joke is extra funny because I explained it. This is why I, a 29-year-old, would not survive the cold, dangerous world. No. No, it's fine. See, in my brain, that's like the common thing you're told when you're a kid, but then it's like, well, how often does that actually happen in these days? Or was that a thing where it's like you had to be in like the 80s or whatever? And this is just a byproduct of people who were in the age range of growing up in that time, like a byproduct of that. Going from leaving your door open all the time, from, oh my god, the satanic panic, oh my god, the satanic panic, and this song playing is crazy. Oh my god, serial killers are gonna get you. You know? And see, this is why I definitely would have survived as a child and would not survive now, because I was way too scared about the satanic panic for no fucking reason as like a 12-year-old. And I'm like flicking little dweeb 12-year-old me in the head. What the hell were you thinking? You're way too easily convinced. You're way too spooked by everything. Stop it. You don't have to worry about it. If anything, the Satanists are not the scary ones. They're probably the chill ones. Ah! Check the eevee. Eevee, do you like the satanic panic? I think that's mild. It doesn't care. It doesn't fall for propaganda. eevee. Almost to 25 encounters left. And then I get to be like, oh, oof, ow, my hands hurt. I shouldn't have done this. In parentheses, I feel fine. And then I wake up the next day and my arms hurt so bad. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Can't do shit in this stupid Chungus world. Body just stop having complications challenge. Never. At least maybe the pollen count will start going down. Alas. Eevee, I am adamant that I should get the shiny today. Because that would be pretty cool. Or I could get it on the 27th, and it'll be the 2-month anniversary of this game coming out on Switch. Which is kind of crazy to think about. Huh. And I've been locked in for 2 months. After I get Eevee, I'll probably farm up and then I probably will take a bit of a break of shiny hunting. I just really want it. I want to see the number go up, but only so much. Locked in where for 2 months? How do I break you out? Is there a key? I think I eated it. I'm sorry. It's gone. It dissolved. I digested it. You may ask, hey, what was the key made out of so that you could digest it? Mind your business. That's not important. Don't worry, I'll gnaw my way out of the bars next. I can bite through my handcuffs, but I'm so locked in right now that I don't notice. The guards shine their flashlight on me and I'm too busy chewing through the bars to notice. And they're like, what the fuck is happening? And then they pick me up by the scruff of the neck and they're like, what the fuck is this thing doing in here? And they just like toss me in a trash can. And I rub my evil little hands together like hee 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 hee. All according to plan. And I run out. Or this is like an island prison, and they just toss me in the ocean, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm just a little guy. I can't swim that well. And I'd say, but I'm locked in, so I still make it safely to shore. But no, I'm not locked in anymore. Help! Help! I'm gonna get swept over by a giant wave. Eevee, you gotta help me break out. I'm not gonna do so well on my own. Combination hiccup yawn, go figure. Was the key tasty at least? It was fine. I've had better keys. Don't eat prison keys. That's the lesson of today's stream. Don't eat prison keys. Have you eaten key cards? Wouldn't really recommend. They're kind of sharp going down. And they don't taste very good. If you walked up to a random keycard door, would it beep and let you through? No. Well, actually, where on the... where is it a swipey key card or a beepy key card? Because I'm like, well, if you eated the key card, I imagine you'd probably chew it so it's in several pieces. So if it's like an RFID chip, then maybe it would work. But if it's a swipey, then probably not. Also assuming that it was eaten recently. I mean, well, if it's a real key card and it's plastic, I imagine your body can't digest plastic. So... No, because... What? All I needed to hear, thanks. Look. We're talking about eating keys and key cards. It can't be totally realistic. So I'll say it depends. Because of, like, initially I was thinking of, like, a swipey card. But then I thought about amiibo cards, and they have the little, like, they have an entire card, yes, but the only part of the card that responds is because of a little chip. So I'm like, well, if the chip was intact, then, I mean, depending on how sensitive the sensor is, which would be how close you would have to get into it, assuming that the thing is in your stomach and it is not being digested, then, you know, why wouldn't it work? Jax with his buckets of keys. Something tells me that Jax wouldn't want to eat a bunch of keys, but, like, maybe. Honestly, though, actually, maybe he would. Maybe he would, because this shit ain't real. I get to eat keys if I want to. Yes? Okay, you understand. Dang, that thing is gonna end in June. That's crazy. It constantly surprises me how popular the Amazing Digital Circus is. It's like a blight. I can't stop seeing it now. I want to see it less. Help. The Amazing Digital Circus episode 9, Jax eats keys for 60 minutes. I would be seated. That would be so funny from a chaos causing standpoint. From a I can't say that I'm like, oh my god, I'm like so invested in the story or whatever. So I would be so let down by this happening. I would be like okay, like, that's objectively a stupid way to end a story, but it's really funny, so I'm gonna laugh. But I'm gonna feel bad for the carers. I'm on the edge of my seat. He's gonna fucking eat the keys! Every single one of them. It's an ASMR. It's ASMR. You get to hear him chewing on them. I pause it after 2 seconds, and I close the window, and I go, I think I'm okay. No, actually, what I would do is I would mute it, and then I would scroll past, and I would see that it keeps going, and it keeps going, and I'm like, does it keep going? And then it keeps going, and I go, okay. And then I close the window. ASMR Jax verbally abuses you for an hour and eats some metal. Okay, but you can't tell me that that video would not do crazy numbers. That would go crazy. I'd say I'd watch it, but no, I wouldn't. I can't stand listening to people chewing on anything, much less metal. But you know what? Good for him. Why shouldn't he eat metal? God forbid a stupid fictional rabbit eats some keys. And you know what? God forbid a stupid fictional rabbit gets a fucking shiny Eevee. Good grief. Anyway, I hit the numbers, so for the sake of my hands, I'm going to... This is the last encounter. Why shouldn't he eat metal? A genuine question sent a sentient entity asked. This is assuming he's in fictional rabbit form, which would not experience the adverse effects of eating metal. Okay. Why shouldn't he? Exactly, you can't answer because there is no good answer. He can eat metal if he wants. It's not real. Smile. I can't argue exactly. I was gonna say, if he wants to eat tinfoil in the real world, you can also do that, although I think it might not be a good idea. But, like, you can. I don't know. Probably really bad for your teeth, though. You should take some iron supplements. One more shift logged and no shiny Eevee, despite all of the shiny Eevee on screen. Actually, wait a minute. I think it's, which one is it? It's this one. Whoa! Y'all! Whoa! That's crazy! How did it do that? Shiny Eevee! Whoa! It's real! Ignore the fact that there's no star and the border isn't blue. I got it! Whoa! Oh! What's this? Fire owl! Oh no! Oh fuck, I grabbed the group! Fuck! Rah! Oh no! Which Eevee is it? Is it number 6? Ah! Ah! Oh no! It's getting it! It's getting the Eevee! Oh no! No! Oh no, they're gone. Oh shit, it got the shiny Eevee and now it's regular again. Oh no. Guess we gotta keep resetting next week.